This is home. 39 News starts right now.
We begin tonight in Madison County. Authorities have reported a fatal plane crash in Mercer. The Madison County Fire Department says the single-engine plane was headed to Asheville, North Carolina from Memphis when the plane experienced engine trouble. After that trouble began, the solo pilot was trying to make an emergency landing at McKellar-Sipes Regional Airport. About 10 miles from the airport, authorities lost contact with that plane and it did go down. The plane was found after about a 50-minute search, and that pilot was pronounced dead.
Anytime you have a plane down and you have a 10-mile radius, we really didn't know exactly. It took a while to nail down exactly what area it was going to be in, so we just done a general search from the airport, working our way out. And then we got some more information on the distance, probably, and possibly the area, and that's when we was able to hone in on it and find it.
Authorities have not yet released the name of that solo pilot who died. The Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board are taking over the investigation. In Jackson, state legislators honored Toyota Tennessee for its charitable efforts in the volunteer state. 39 News' Kristen Hyde has that story.
West Tennessee legislators present Toyota Tennessee with a joint resolution honoring the company's name change. Toyota Motor Manufacturing was formerly known as Bodine Aluminum, officially changed its name in 2020. Toyota says the plant is dedicated to improving the lives of Tennesseans through their philanthropic donations, totaling up to more than $1.7 million across the state.
It is a team effort, truly a team effort, because they've invested hundreds of millions of dollars into our community. They continue to invest, they continue to help, as Senator Jackson said and Representative Shaw said, on our education side.
The Toyota plant in Jackson makes engine blocks for every Toyota made in North America. Some West Tennessee legislators presented the House Joint Resolution today, grateful to Toyota for their continued support in West Tennessee.
We know that this plant is going to continue to do what it does best, and that is not only to provide knowledge for its employees and the community, but to manufacture goods and services that people need across this country.
They provide really high quality, high paying jobs for the state and for this area and for Jackson, Madison County. It's very, very important that the state does their part in giving them the resources with training, with many other things that the state can help to make this a great location.
An employee with the plant expressing his appreciation to the legislators.
It means a lot coming from having the Senator Jackson, the two House of Representative members, Mr. Shaw and Mr. Todd, come in and give us the award. Having legislature that helps aid the company in taking care of us. That means more to me than anything, because now I see that the future for this facility here in West Tennessee is on the upswing. So
after the legislators presented the resolution, they were able to tour the plant. I'm Kristen Hyde, 39 News, Jackson.
Every week, we spotlight a Tennessee business during our Made in Tennessee series. This week, 39 News' Alexander Bitterling visits the Darn Yankee Antiques, Vintage, and more.
You know those places that you always drive past and you're like, I have to stop there someday, but you never really get around to doing it? Well, today I finally got around to stopping at the Darn Yankee, and it seems like there's something here for just about everybody.
The Darn Yankee is located off of Highway 45 South, a few miles from downtown Jackson. Before opening up the store, Shelley Jo Kirby ran another antique and vintage store until its owner retired 7 years ago. She said that it was so addicting that she had to open up her own place. That's when she opened the Darn Yankee.
We started out with just a little part of the store and opened it up, and every dollar I made, I just kept investing until it was jam-packed. Now the basement's full, the ceilings are full, everything is full, and we just continue to change inventory.
Shelley Jo grew up in a big family, and she believes that's what instilled her love for saving old things.
I grew up in a family of 11 children. We grew up on a farm, was brought up by parents that were raised in the Depression, so we would not throw a nail away. We would literally straighten it out, put it in a can because we might use it. And I grew up that way. We didn't throw nothing away. We wasted nothing, and it kind of just stuck with me. It's my part of saving the world. keeping it out of the landfill, and finding someone who's going to love it even more than I do.
The name for the store came from the nickname that Shelly Jo was given at her previous job by customers. They referred to her as that darn Yankee, since she was originally from Illinois. The inventory comes from yard sales, people bringing it in to sell, and everywhere else the Kirbys can find it. After retiring, Brad Kirby began to help his wife run the darn Yankee.
It's a lot of fun and a lot of work. The reward out of it is just having people come in and shop in the store and stuff and meeting a bunch of new people. It's kind of cool. You know, I've been in sales all my life, and when I retired, I decided, you know, this is pretty cool. I'll come down and hang out with my wife.
Buying and selling vintage and antiques is Shelly Jo's passion.
Finding it, buying it, bringing it in here, and then finding someone to come in here and love it more than I do is like the ultimate.
The darn Yankee, made in Tennessee.
In tonight's Ask the Expert, 39 News talks with Caitlin Roach from Lifeline Blood Services.
Hello, I'm 39 News' Imani Williams, and we're here for Ask the Expert at Lifeline Blood Services with Caitlin Roach. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am good. So kind of tell me, if someone wants to give blood, how can they do that?
So the process is the same whether you are visiting one of our fixed sites or one of our mobile units. Make sure you're well hydrated and have eaten within the last 6 hours. If I were you, I'd go online and fill out your medical questionnaire before you come to cut down on the time that you're here with us. You'll come in with a photo ID and check in. Then we'll have a mini physical, blood pressure, temperature, pulse, and iron check, and then you'll be on your way having saved a life.
So how can people get in touch with you all?
Donors can visit our website, lifelinebloodserve.org, to learn more about our Jackson and Dyersburg fixed sites, as well as where in West Tennessee our mobile units will be on any given day.
Thanks, Caitlin, and thanks for watching this week's Ask the Expert.